Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 1993 Toyota #1 T100 Baja truck. Now this has 1010 horsepower, 847 pounds-feet of torque from a 7 litre twin turbocharged V8 engine, and the vehicle itself weighs 4,277 pounds. It now has all-wheel drive, the suspension is stock, but it obviously came with off-road tyres standard, and it can do 0 to 60 in 3.565 seconds, 0 to 107.622 seconds, and going to a top speed of 232 miles an hour. Now unfortunately we can't change the suspension on this car, which is a shame really, because the suspension was meant, as the name of the truck suggests, for Baja racing, which, as you know, is dealing with like sand and big jumps, and yeah, for that kind of terrain it needs to be really rather soft. Fortunately we can't change the suspension, so we're dealing with incredibly soft suspension on a rough surface while dealing with a lot more power, which is why at times when turning around a sharp corner this car will tripod, particularly from the front, which does at times limit the handling of the vehicle. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that we can't just give it standard off-road suspension, but hopefully the amount of power this has on the go, the decent acceleration, and the fact it can deal with off-road elements to some degree, though not the kind that it's used to, should hopefully help. But yeah, not expecting this to be as quick as the previous episode's attempt with the Ferrari 250 LM, which is weird when you consider that car as a track car from the early 60s. So yeah, imagine if we were dealing with sand dunes and a lot of big jumps, this would be a lot quicker. But yeah, it just goes to show that an off-road vehicle in general isn't necessarily going to be good if it's not the kind of off-road elements it's meant for, especially when you can't change the suspension. So we're just rolling around a lot, losing grip with one of the wheels at any given corner. It's easily one of the weirdest handling vehicles on this game. That suspension travel is just almost alien. It is pretty quick at the top end, but not quite as quick as the Ferrari from the previous episode. But it did still nonetheless manage an impressive time of 2 minutes 5 seconds .018. Not quite as quick as the Ferrari from the previous episode, but it's still pretty good for a car that was dealing with really rather soft and unusable suspension. And yeah, that means that it beats the... let me look. It matches actually the Land Rover Range Rover from the early 70s, which is weird when you consider the 20-year difference in age and obviously the different types of off-roaders. But it also beats the Honda Civic Type R, the Quartz Regalia Type D, the Ford Transit SuperSportVan, the Opel Manta 400, Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution, and the Mercedes-Benz X-Class. And it also comes in slightly behind the Subaru WRX Rally Car and the Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE. So yeah, pretty much in the mid-range of off-roaders and a couple of oddities. Quicker than a couple of rally cars and an off-roader truck like the Mercedes-Benz X-Class, but slightly slower than a more modern rally car, and yeah, also slower than a Mini Works Countryman, which yeah, obviously had much stiffer suspension and was also lighter than this, which helped. So yeah, I think at the end of the day it was a really soft suspension and the really rather high amount in terms of weight that slowed this car down. So yeah, if we could lighten it a lot more and have much stiffer, more usable suspension, then yeah, this car would have been a lot quicker. But as it goes, it's nearly top 10 class, but not quite. But yeah, it just goes to show that an off-road vehicle isn't always going to be successful, even if it's got a lot going for it, especially when it's meant for sand dunes and giant jumps more than what we have on offer here. So yeah, nonetheless, it is only a few, not even 3 seconds behind the Lamborghini Urus, which had a lot less issues than this. So yeah, overall fairly impressive and far quicker than I was expecting. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.